You all to today's session, the 16th day, 16th June 2024. Now the question goes to, if I don't record and upload today's session, how will you feel personally? I need your opinion. Caller Ole Isaac, you're about saying something, please. Please go ahead.
Okay. In my opinion, I think it's is needed. Like, in fact, to know how one performed, you need to revisit a particular video that you were interviewed in. You check out the comments and all of that. So makes sense for you to upload it and for us to revisit it. In fact, if you don't upload it, some will be asking for recording, like personally. So by posting it, everybody have access to it and they can do whatever they want to do with it personally. And also those ones you've posted in the past, some of us are still watching it to see the responses, the questions that have been asked. So it goes a long way to help.
Thank you very much. If you have an opinion, please let's hear it before we kick off today's meeting. If today's edition is not recorded and uploaded, how will you feel? We usually have it recorded and uploaded for easy access. So if today's session is not recorded and uploaded, how will you feel? We already have a list of people who are interested in we only have 3 people left. We can only accommodate 3 people more because we already have 7 people on the list today. We already have 7 people on the list today. So if we don't record today's session and have it uploaded, how will you feel? Let us know and we'll get back to you shortly. Sometimes you fall, sometimes you fall.
Good evening. I believe the recording serves as a way of us being able to see our mistakes and then correct them. So by playing them, we'll see our mistakes real time so that we can correct them, and then in the next sessions we can do better. I think that has been helping me. I don't know for other people. That's how it has been helping me.
Thank you very much, Chibuzo. Thank you very much. We appreciate your sincerity. We are still waiting for others so as to share their opinion. We need to know how you are going to feel if today's session is not recorded and uploaded. We are waiting for your comments and opinion.
Okay, good evening once again. Personally, posting it is recording and posting it will go a long way for us for reference purposes in case maybe we make a mistake or we want to learn from others. So, in my opinion, I will I'm of the opinion that it should be recorded and posted.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you. From time to time. Kelechi, thank you very much for that insight. We're waiting for others to share their contributions and we can push it from there. Oh, yeah. Oh, you never come clean and you never come through. Yeah. Oh, you're looking so surprised that you could do me like that. Oh, give me some space, I don't care what you do. Cause I'm not going out, I'm not going out tonight. I'm gonna leave it all behind. No. We are still waiting for your opinion. How has the uploaded versions How has it served you? Is it beneficial to you? How beneficial has it been? We wish to know before we kick off today's meeting. We are waiting for your sincere opinion.
Good evening, sir.
Ayo, you are most welcome. Please go ahead.
Yeah. The uploaded version is very beneficial, not only to me, to everybody, because I personally I will go through the uploaded version during the week and I listen to my personal interview and also everyone's interview. Then I'm also able to make some correction in my own and also listen to everybody errors and correction, and also I was able to make some corrections on my transcript again. So, and I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks, so it's very beneficial to me a lot. And I'm also sure about few people that also.
Thank you very much, Ademola. We appreciate your comment. We will be able to take 2 more comments because of our time. So, if you have a comment, please pass it on, unmute your microphone, and let's have it before we kick on today's meeting. For those that have been able to pass their comment, we say thank you very much. We appreciate your opinion. Let me say on behalf of each and every one of us, we welcome you all again to today's USA mock interview, where we'll be simulating what experiences happen live and direct. It is my pleasure to let you know, please, we are all graduates. We are all graduates, as I've said. Ask questions on the group. You have my WhatsApp number. It does not cost you anything to reach out and ask your question. Don't let any uneducated agent put your future at jeopardy. Remember, they don't know what happens at the embassy, and majority of them just uses what they have, all in the name of just to get money. Please, don't let them track your future for you. A note has just been posted on our group, and you can read further the details of how an agent caused a life ban on an applicant. Please try as much as possible, as much as it lies in your power, ensure that you get your I-20 yourself, get your details yourself. It is not difficult. It is not rocket science. Please, these are questions you can ask. Tell on the group, I don't have any idea about this thing. Someone will reach out to you and put you through. So, without further ado, may I call upon number 1 for today's meeting, Suleiman Salami. Unmute your microphone and let's get it started.
Good evening.
A very good evening to you, Salami Suleiman. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
I'm doing very okay, thank you very much. So, you deliberately did not pass your comment or opinion about the question we raised. I hope you are doing well. You are being distracted. You are being distracted. Are you ready for this meeting? You are
Oh
not
yes,
yet
yes,
ready. You
yes,
are
I
being
am.
distracted. After saying you are being distracted, you know how many times you are looking at that image in front of you. Please avoid it. Tilt your camera a little downwards, please. A little more. Good. Thank you very much. Remember, introduce yourself. How many schools you apply to, and do you have funding? And let's take it from there. Good morning.
Okay,
Can I
my
have your documents, please?
yes, good morning. Here they are.
Introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Suleiman Salami. I will be going to the University of San Francisco for a Master of Laws in International Transaction and Comparative Law. I got a funding of 35,000 US dollars, which is about 65% of my tuition fee. I applied to University of San Francisco, Ohio State University, and San Francisco State University.
Are you ready for today's meeting?
Yes, I am.
Why have you chosen the United States of America for further studies and not your home country, Nigeria?
The United States of America is a global leader in international transaction, and its legal system plays a crucial role in shaping international transaction and dispute resolution. Also, the United States of America has one of the best educational system, and also, as far as law is concerned, the practice and the application of law in the United States of America is top notch, and I believe that as a result of this United States of America is the ideal choice for me.
Can you walk me through your admission process?
Upon getting a recommendation of the school, the school was recommended to me by a friend of mine, a colleague of mine who had a positive experience doing his master's at the University of San Francisco. I then did a research about the school, and I was impressed with the information I found on the university's website. I then submitted an application. I filled the application form online. I submitted I submitted my transcripts from my university undergraduate certificate, my law school certificate, my transcript, as well as two recommendation letters. I also submitted my statement of purpose. I have been practicing for about 7 years, and as a result of this, I believe that the statement of purpose was actually quite impressive, as a result of which I was able to get the admission and the funding.
How much is your school fee?
My school fee is $59,000,
How much
and
funding did you get?
I got it $5,000.
How are you planning to settle this deficit?
I Yes, I have been working for about 7 years, as a result of which I've been able to save about 90 million naira, which is approximately 79,000 US dollars. I've been able to do this, and also I will be going on a leave. I'm a partner actually as the group practitioner, so I'll be going on a study leave for 10 months. So my salary will continue to be paid. Also, in my firm as a partner, it is also the practice that we do something that is called end of the year profit sharing. So I was able to get $22 million last year, and also I'm also looking forward to getting a substantial amount at the end of the year. And I believe the accumulation of this will definitely settle the deficit of my cost of attendance.
Do you have any letter towards this offer from your place of work?
Oh yes, I have the letter granting my study leave from the managing partner.
When they ask you such a question, you put forward the letter like that.
Yes,
And
yeah, yes, the letter. Yes, the letter.
are you married?
Yes, I am married. I am married to my beautiful wife who works at Sharina Health Nigeria Limited, and we have two kids. I got married in October 4, 2020 rather.
Are you intending to go with your family now?
No, I am not going with my family now. At the moment, my wife, who works as a project manager, is working on an important project for the development of our company. So she's not able to travel now, but we are having conversation about them visiting when she gets 3 weeks annual leave in December. I believe by that time the children would also be on vacation. So we are having a conversation to make plans towards that.
How are you sure our visa will be approved by that December?
Well, I am not so sure. We are only having conversation about it at the moment.
What is stopping you from applying with your wife now? And she will utilize the visa by December.
At the moment, my wife is very, very busy. I mean, she works at Shalina in Nigeria, where she's working on also developing a career path too. So that is actually more of a priority to her than this. And since I will also be coming back to Nigeria after 10 months, and also if I also get the opportunity of coming back to Nigeria within the period of the 10 months, that is if I am not doing any internship program or something, I will be coming to Nigeria to also visit my family. So that is also going to be an
How
opportunity
do
for us
you
to.
intend to communicate with your family while you're in the United States?
Yes, I'll be using social media. We communicate via WhatsApp, Google Meet, Zoom, but most specifically we use WhatsApp. So I'm sure we'll be able to talk every day through WhatsApp.
Everything looks good. I'll be approving your visa.
Thank you.
Congratulations and welcome to the United States.
Thank you.
If you messed up in the area of your wife not applying with you, the question is, look at me, Suleiman. Look at me. I know you are distracted. I keep telling you.
I'm not at home. It's festive period, so
I
I just.
told you you are distracted. You are telling me it's a lie. I don't tell lies. I am not a saint. But the point is, look at you. Look, you are just confessing to what I've said before your interview started. I'm telling you this, it seems as if I'm speaking from the blues. Let us try as much as it lies in our power to be honest. Please, it helps a lot. It helps our concentration. It helps our manner of approach and presentation. Now, the question is, why will you not apply with your wife now? The question is not say, why will you not go with your wife? If you go and play by, I say, apply with your wife and let your wife come by December. Are you seeing the discrepancies there? If you
Yes.
apply with your wife now and with your funding and the letter, you are likely to be considered. But your visa will be approved and you can be rest assured that your family will also be opportune to join you. Do we have any comments, observation for Sulaiman Salami, please? Before we go to the next candidate, any comments, observations, corrections, amendments for Salami Sulaiman? Chibuzo One, please go ahead. Any other one, please stand by, please.
Okay, sir. You complained about the wife. Say, why is it that you did not apply with your wife now? So, how is he supposed to answer such a question?
We expect comments. If he has a challenge with that question, we will definitely address it. So,
I do have a challenge with that question, and I just wanted people to their comments.
Okay.
Chibuzo is not going to speak for you, Sulaiman. You are supposed to speak for yourself. So,
Okay,
do
that's
we
all
have
right.
any other comments, opinion, and observation, please? He has just finished his presentation. Do we have any other comments, opinion, and observations? While you are thinking about your comments, you could have answered and said, you believe if the visa is approved, you will have to leave immediately. And you calculated the distance, the timing between now and December. Will she be able to meet up before the allotted time, because when your visa is approved, there's a certain number of days you must utilize it. If you don't utilize it before then, the visa will be automatically revoked. Would that time, will it not have elapsed? That is your basic opinion, and that's the best answer you can give. If your visa is approved today, you have a certain number of days you must utilize it, otherwise the visa will be revoked irrevocably. That is the answer. Chibuzo, I hope you are satisfied now.
Yes, I'm satisfied. Maybe writing it down, sir.
You can have the video played back.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Obanjo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
We
Good
have
evening.
so much noise at your background. Can you help us with that? Can you help us reduce that? I never knew my microphone was muted. Can you help us with that, please? It's just for like maximum of 5 minutes and we'll be done with you. Thank you very much.
All right, sir.
Good morning. Can I have your document, please?
Good morning, yeah, dear.
Why are you here?
I'm here for my F1 non-immigrant student interview that will give me the opportunity to go to the United States of America for my master's degree in accounting at the George Washington University, Washington, D.C., and I have a deficit of $49,900.
Wow, that's interesting. That's my alma mater. Why have you chosen George Washington University, please?
I chose George Washington University due to the advancements in technology in my field, and also the school offers me the opportunity to partake in a CPA examination, which give me the leverage to be a licensed accountant. And also there is a particular course that has been specifically assigned to me by the university, advanced information system and database processing, which I am to do a great appraisal to and advancements on what I've already known and what for me to perfect my learning experience. And also the school also gave me a GW fellowship, which covers 35% of my tuition on merit. And I received this merit due to my outstanding academic performance in my undergraduate level and also in my credential evaluation, which I had a GPA of 2.89 out of 4 points, which is graded B.
How did you hear about this school?
I made few research while I was currently at my workplace, while I was in an audit firm in Ibadan at Celebrity Fire Auditor for my senior partner, the person of Mr. Fayombo, who introduced me to the school due to the fact that his son graduated from the school, and he also he also told me that the school offers the opportunity to have to do a CPA examination, which will give us leverage to be a licensed accountant.
Why have you chosen this course?
I chose this course for it to significantly enhance my skills and knowledge, which are essential for my career advancement, and it will also qualify me for a higher role and for a higher role with a universal language of business, and it will also equip me with advanced analytical skills, research experience, and software knowledge upon the completion of my program. This degree will also prepare me ahead upon the role and to take up as a senior accountant and administrative officer at Ola Universal Heritage Limited, which is currently owned by my dad.
How long is your program?
My program is for the duration of 2 years, starting from 22nd August 2024 and ending 31st May 2026. And I'm expected to do a 30 graduate courses, 15 graduate core courses, and 15 graduate elective courses upon the completion of my program.
How will you be funding your course?
My lovely dad, the person of Mr. Shubanjo Oludayo, he is the CEO of Ola Universal Heritage Limited, and the company has been in existence for the past 18 years. And also, the company generates a start sum of 240 to 300 million naira annually with a staff strength of 28, and it deals with importation
Can
of
I
leading.
have the account statement?
Here it is.
How many siblings have you?
I have two elder siblings. One is a certified mechanical engineer. He works at Lavage Industry, where the company deals with production of elephant cement. And also, my elder sister is a medical practitioner, a medical doctor. She works at Lagos State Teaching Hospital here in Nigeria. And also, I'm the last one of the family.
Hold on. How many and also will you be saying in a sentence? A typical sentence, you have at least and also mentioned 2 to 3 times. Is that the only conjunction word in your head? The fact that you are under tension or pressure as an intending master's degree student shouldn't put you on such an erroneous edge. Please work on that.
Okay, sir.
That for the sake of this meeting, not that a visa officer will tell you that anyways. Where will you be staying upon arrival in the United States of America?
I have been making a survey concerning the on-campus accommodation, and I have also been able to go through the series of hostels accommodation that my school has, and I have been able to make a temporary booking of a one studio room apartment shared by two, where I'll be paying a total sum of $350 per month.
What's the name of this accommodation?
The all-field accommodation.
Are you in communication with any of your professors?
No, sir, but I'm in communication with my academic advisor, the person of Miss Anita Park.
What evidence have you to prove that she is not one of those that are going to lecture you? So when they ask you such a question, yes, I'm in communication with so person from the office of graduates or the office of international students. Full stop. It is not your business to know whether I mean you might not know all of them, but the person you are in contact with, the person you are in communication with, you can mention the name. It is not a crime. So all your I's must be dotted and all your T's must be crossed. Please note that. It is very crucial and very, very important. Okay?
Okay, sir.
The last question for today. Why have you chosen a master's degree as against a PhD?
I choose a master's degree in order for me to masters my skills and knowledge in my field. Why a
Don't use the
PhD
word master your skill. Use another word. Why have you
for me
chosen a
to have
master's degree and not a PhD at this level?
I choose a master's degree for me to have a deep knowledge and understanding in my field, and also a PhD in accounting is strictly based on research majorly, and me skipping my master's degree and proceeding to my PhD directly, it will make me to skip the basic knowledge to acquire during the course of my master's program.
Do you have any question for me?
No, sir.
I'll be approving your visa. However, I'll be holding on to your international passport, have your account statement, and I-20. You'll be hearing from us within the space of 5 working days. I wish you all the best in your pursuit of academic excellence. Any question for Ayomi De Subanjo? Any questions, comments, or observation, please? Just like somebody that suddenly becomes a stutterer, a stammerer, you should be aware of the imminent things that are likely to happen at the embassy. You'll be under very high tension. Even as a public speaker, you should understand that you cannot do without these things. The tension is going to be very, very natural. And as a result of that, you need to be prepared for the unforeseen circumstances. That should not make you to begin to repeat yourself unduly. Avoid all such. Avoid all such. You should be able to be the master of the situation. You should be able to have the situation under control. Try as much as possible to brace up yourself and focus. You can make this happen. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Secondly, you should be able to listen with rapt attention to the questions you are being asked. Don't try to formulate questions in your head. If you don't get to hear the question clearly, there's nothing stopping you from requesting that they should repeat the question for you. I wish you all the best as you proceed.
Thank you very
I'll be
much, sir.
calling on Kelechi. You're most welcome. I'll be calling on Kelechi Mbagu, the next candidate.
Hello, good evening.
You are most welcome. Can we get to meet you, please?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, please, for your reference, I posted my profile, but I will still introduce myself. My name is Kelechi Mbagu.
Oh, I'm just saying it. Bear with me.
Okay.
All right. I've seen it. I've seen it. Okay. All right. Good morning, documents, please.
Good morning, sir. Yeah, they are. Hope you're doing great, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm very okay. I can see this is not your first time here. What has changed in your profile, please?
Okay, sequel to my last interview, I've received the highly competitive Robert Elliott May Fellowship, which covers 54% of my tuition at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Also, after my last interview, I engaged in active discussions and I also engaged in a mentorship program with Education USA. And I've realized that the informatics program with a concentration in data science offers a more holistic and comprehensive curriculum, which aligns with my interests and as well, which will enable me to tailor my studies to the area of my interest, which the course which I initially applied to last year at the University of West Florida will not give me.
Why have you chosen this course?
I currently work as a junior quality control analyst at an oil and gas pipeline integrity company. And currently, and my main role, and I'm saddled with the responsibilities of analyzing large amounts of data sets from non-destructive tests, which we conduct on a daily basis, as well as the sensors which has been installed. this vast, we are currently faced with data deluge and also a vast amount of unstructured data, which involves so many complexities. This degree will enable me gain advanced knowledge in the application of data science techniques, particularly machine learning, big data, that will enable me analyze these large unstructured data sets when I return back to Nigeria to integrate into the role of a data scientist in the quality control analyst department at my workplace.
Can you tell us about your educational background and how it has prepared you for the journey ahead?
I obtained a bachelor's in materials and metallurgical engineering at Federal University of Technology, Owerri. I graduated in 2021 with a CGPA of 3.57 on the scale of 5.0. And during my bachelor's course, I analyzed a lots of data from materials properties, and this piqued my interest to gain foundational knowledge in data analytics at National Institute of Information Technology and various online courses which I have gotten. My job as a junior quality control analyst involves analyzing of data gotten from sensors and non-destructive tests. This has further piqued my interest and aroused my interest and informed my decision to study for this master's program.
How long have you been working?
I've worked at Prudential Concerns and Services Limited for 2.5 years. I got there through my National Youth Service, composing National Youth Service scheme, and I was retained due to my dedication.
Are you in communication with any of the officials of your school?
Yes, I'm in communication with the International Student Advisor, Selena Benal, and she has given me her advice concerning um, pick up from the airport as well as how to prepare for my visa as well.
Have you made any travel arrangement?
I will be making travel arrangements if my visa is approved here today.
How do you intend to adjust to the socio-cultural differences in the United States of America?
Having lived in Nigeria all my life, Nigeria is a mostly ethnic country. I've related with people from different multi ethnic group here in Nigeria through my education as well as my job. So acclimatizing with the multicultural differences in the United States wouldn't be a challenge to me.
What has been your biggest challenge and in your area of expertise, and how do you see yourself contributing to solving
The
this
biggest
problem?
the biggest challenge I've seen in my expertise as and my work, like I said, is the vast amount of unstructured data, which is as a result of the installation of sensors. We are in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution, and my company has installed advanced technologies in it to enable them to improve their efficiency. That is the reason why I want to study for this master's program in informatics with the concentration in data science, to be able to gain advanced knowledge in the application of data science technology in improving the quality control procedures in my when I return back to Nigeria. Also in Nigeria, we have the issue of doing reactive maintenance instead of predictive maintenance. So this course will also help me through my research to gain experience in using predictive analytics, using machine learning algorithms to be able to detect anomaly on time before they happen, to also ensure a predictive maintenance instead of a reactive maintenance, which is practiced here in Nigeria.
I'll be approving your visa. However, do you have any question for me?
Yes, regarding because I'm very sure they will ask me why I changed from the school which I opted for last year to this school. So I've been practicing, I've been trying. I have two answers to give. One is that I was on the
Do
wait
you
list
have
of,
a question for me? You are
yes.
raising a comment and giving the answer. You don't seem to have a question for me, or you seem not to understand my question. Okay,
Now,
let's hold on with that. And let me give you my view of your interview. Kelechi, what is bothering your mind?
nothing. Nothing is bothering my mind.
I don't believe you. Number one, your eye focus the last time was way better than today's one.
Maybe it's
Today,
because
you are
of
not
my
able to
glasses.
see. Well, my eyes cannot deceive me, certainly. And you are not able to answer the question concerning your finance accurately and satisfactorily. Why? That is highly disappointing. For somebody of your caliber, as a student here, I asked you about your work. Do you remember I asked you about your work?
Yes,
Your work
yes,
is literally your take home. Your take home is literally your financial capacity, because you say you are funding yourself in conjunction with your mom. Yes or yes?
yes, that's true.
Unfortunately, you have a good track record. If you could be retained from the process of your youth service, that means you must have some exceptional characters and attitude to your work ethics is impressive. That's why you are being retained, even as a youth corps, because they have actually made up their mind from what you've been offering during the period of your youth service for them to be able to conclude that they will be retaining you. And for you to be retained, it means you are worth having as a co-staff or as a colleague. So with that, you are not able to shine your light. Why is that?
I'll work on that. I'll
Is
work
it
on that.
because I always say you never see me coming? Don't expect my questions to be straight-jacketed. No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Always think wide and broad. Don't always expect them to ask you, what is your cost of attendance? They can also ask you, how will you be sponsoring yourself? Number one, let them know this is your cost of attendance. This is the sponsorship or scholarship you've gotten. This is your deficit. This deficit will be taken care of by my lovely mother, who makes an annual income. You don't need to start with her work. Who makes an annual income of this amount of money from these businesses? She has this number of staff, and she's able to have this business run successfully for the past 25 years. So, as a result of that, I am able to have an unwavering financial support from her. Do we have any comment or observation for Kelechi? Any comments, observations, ideas, suggestion from any angle, any quarter? Anyone? Eberechi, followed by Chibuzo, please. Eberechi, please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
You are most
Good
welcome.
evening.
From my own observation, for me, I liked his comportment. Then, secondly, when the his cost of attendance, I think what he should have said in the first line was my full tuition. If the fellowship granted to him will be covering his tuition, he should just mention that the fellowship awarded full tuition. I think that is very important, especially if it's Abuja embassy. You're always concerned about the tuition waiver. The deficit so, but that tuition should be mentioned.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Ebere. Over to you, Chibuzo.
Okay, good evening again. It was when you asked him how is he going to cope with the cultural differences in the United States, and he started telling you about
What is
how they
happening in
have different
Nigeria?
ethnic groups. Yes, yes. So I don't think what I expected him to have said is he has supposed to say four different things. First, he discussed about the language. Second,
which
he
you
discussed
never
about
did.
the food.
Which you never
Yes,
did
he never
also.
did.
You are
The third
smiling.
one is supposed
Kelechi, you are smiling.
to.
No, I'm looking for my pen to write this down.
The video is being
Yes,
recorded, so it's going to be uploaded, so you see it live and direct.
Okay.
yes. The the third one you are supposed to discuss about the sexes, that the different sex that you have in the United States. You have lesbians, gays,
Transgender.
transgenders, and stuff. And then the last one, you're supposed to talk about weather because our weather here, and I'm not even wearing any shirt as I'm discussing here because everywhere is hot. And I cannot do that in the United States. So you have to
No, please
discuss
come and
something
try
like
it
that.
in the United States, please. Please come and
No,
try it.
you want me to freeze to death?
No, you not freeze. You can't die. You just freeze. That's all. You will not die. You just freeze, and that's very good. You'll be chilling. Do you know what they call Agbabola? Thank God saying our brother
No,
sing the song. You don't know Agbabola.
no, I don't know.
Are you sure you don't know Agbabola?
No.
All right, that's on a lighter mood. So, please, Sarah, are you done? Choose all.
Yes, I'm done, sir. I'm done,
All
sir.
right.
But in all, he did well.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chibuzo.
Ebere,
You're welcome,
go
sir.
ahead.
And another observation is since his deficit to be covered by his mom and him, he also needs to shed more light on his own savings or something since he's been working for some years. My own opinion, do. And then hype the mother's business very well.
He had the opportunity to do that, but he didn't grab the offer.
Then maybe he would say my deficit will be covered by my mom. She owns so business. She has so
He
employees.
knows he has what to say.
And in
He didn't
addition,
want to
I
say it.
also have my own savings of, sir.
He has all the things to say. He has it in his head. He just decided not to say it. He was expecting the VO to come in plain language and say, tell me about your financial capability. Tell me how you sponsor your school. That was his expectation. He never knew the VO would just come from his side and act as a security officer, just chatting and relating with him like that. Yes, you are frowning. Yes, that's it. You never see me coming.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Ebirich. There's a question I want to ask you. When you talked about the funding, the answer I planned on giving is that my mom has set aside this amount before talking about her annual income. I don't know how you see that. Is that is that a good way of giving an answer to that?
Okay, I don't know, but from my own opinion, I don't think it's proper to say your mom has set aside because if she sets that kind of money aside, what if something happens and she decides to touch it? Just give them the impression that she has this business running that she's been running for years. And no matter what happens, she has inflow and outflow of cash on a steady basis. That's my own opinion. I had a mock session with Firebreeze during the week, and this were the points he corrected when I had my own mock session. He said I didn't hype my husband's business very well. That is the impression we need to give these visa officers about your sponsor. My sponsor is capable of, this. My sponsor is capable of that. So, in my own opinion, that's what I feel.
No, no problem. No problem.
If you say that to me as a visa officer, do you know the first question I'm going to ask you? Are we all listening?
Yes.
Yes, sir, we are listening, sir.
No, I will not talk that you didn't help your husband's business. So I will add diesel. If I add petrol to the fire, quickly petrol will catch fire and just fire, and that's all. I will add diesel. Diesel will burn very, very well. Diesel is thicker. Ebere, yes or yes?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
So I'm not going to scare you. I will only ask you one question. And the question I'm going to ask you is, with the present economic downturn in Nigeria, Kelechi, how do you think the value of this money will be able to sustain your financial
Mm.
requirements in the United States? Over to you. Mhm. See, don't take your eyes off the camera. This question it comes like a roaring lion before you. Just smile and answer the question.
Okay,
Use
my
the
mom.
words of your sister. Calm down. Use the words of your sister to just fill in the gap and you are good to go. You have stated categorically that this money is set aside. I am not
Yes,
contesting that. Now, I want to prove to you that, or I need you to prove to me that this business is valid. That's the aim of this question. I am not contesting the amount of money you have had kept aside. Now, you have your statement of account to show that there is inflow and outflow of money. That is to buttress the point that apart from that thing you have kept aside, oh, Ebere, are you seeing the light?
No, yes, it was a mistake. It was my son that
Are
mistakenly.
you seeing the light as in, are you getting the gist?
Okay, yes, yes,
Oh
yes, I'm
God
sorry, sir.
Almighty.
I was a bit distracted. Sorry.
Nothing is distracting you. It's you yourself, you are confusing yourself. Don't go to stop it. Yeah. Now, when they ask you such a question like that, they are trying to change your focus. They are trying to cause a distraction. Number one, not that they don't believe what you have said. Now they need you to prove further. So their question will just be filling the gap with what Ebere has said. Just lift our words and put it in the gap. That is when the proper hyping for that business should start. Do you understand?
yes, I do.
We're having our questions changed. I hope you are aware. Little
Yeah.
by little. If you study embassy questions, they are also changing. I don't know whether they are following my lead or they are copying my style or they are having to connect to the database. I wouldn't know. Ebere, what's your opinion? If they ask you such a question like that, what will you say?
I would I would talk about the
Let me
inflow and
repeat.
outflow of
If
cash.
if it, if it's me, I will. If it was me, I would. The answer I would give to that question is that the money has been put up in a dollar account. Don't know how strong that answer is.
For me, I would hype the business and talk about the steady inflow and outflow of cash.
Remember, the statement of account you are presenting is in Naira.
Right.
Now, that's another great concept, which is very possible. But if they ask you that I'll be approving your visa, I hope we are all listening in this meeting. Kola Wole
Yes,
is
sir,
here.
we are listening, sir.
I
Yes,
hope
we are
everybody is
listening.
listening.
Yes,
If
sir.
they
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
okay, thank you very much. If they say, come and present that same account that is in dollars, come and present it and we'll base your approval on administrative conditions. What will happen? As we are smart, we should also be wise.
Yeah.
So that currency, you might want to reconsider it. It's good, but if we are asked to prove it, as I've said, your facts and figures must tally. Your facts and figures must tally. It is good to think like that, but at the same time, it helps us to build our story. And we should always have stories that we can defend. So I know that wisdom will not elude us and will continue going further. We spent so much time on your case today. We'll just entertain one more comment or contribution. Do you want to use the slot or you want somebody else to use the slot?
Yeah,
Kelechi,
I wanted to ask a question.
and
Is
you
it
are asking
allowed?
already. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
It's concerning the amount on my I-20 for that of my mom. You know,
Okay.
I received a fellowship, and my deficit is 24,000, and
Okay.
the statement, the amount on the I-20 is $27,000 for my mom. How do you see that?
I don't get your question. Your mom is 27. She's contributing.
That is for the amount on the I-20 for my
All right.
mom's finance is 27,000.
That means the statement of account you submitted before they can release your I-20. That is the value.
Okay.
That is the value of the statement of account your mom submitted. When they value it, that is the equivalent your mom is contributing towards this education for the year one. So
Okay.
that's why they say you must have your current account statement with you when you are coming for the visa interview. Your
Okay.
current account statement must be with you when you are coming.
No problem. Thank you very much.
You are most welcome. So we are proceeding. Okpeoluwa Balogun, you are next, please. Kolawole Isaac, please be on standby. Okpeoluwa Balogun, you are next, please. Okpeoluwa, I'm calling for the last time. Okpeoluwa Balogun. I don't think she's around. We'll be calling upon Kolawole Isaac. Now,
Good evening.
how are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Can you give us a brief introduction about yourself, please?
I'm Kolawole Isaac. I'm going for a master's education in computer science, software engineering in the School of DePaul University, um, USA, Chicago, USA.
What is your cost of attendance? And do you have funding? Do you have scholarship? How much is your deficit?
Okay, the cost of attendance is $47,876, which I'll be covering by student loan, from Manpower. So that's the total cost. Okay.
Are you ready? Is this your first time of attending our interview?
Yes, this is the first time.
Good. When you come in, your focus is supposed to be on the camera, not on your screen.
Okay.
You are supposed to be speaking from your head, just like in an examination. You are not going to be reading your script to the visa officer on that day. This, as I said, it is a live simulation of what happens at the embassy. So we expect you to come prepared. Everything in your head, say it. Until you get your visa, your transcript is not perfect. Until you get your visa, you keep learning every day. Until you get to the United States of America, you keep learning. Until you graduate, you don't stop learning. It's only a dead man that stops learning process. So the learning process still continues in this program too. As much as we want everything to be perfected before the D-Day, you still have to try as much as it lies in your power to give your best. Okay?
All right.
Good morning, documents, please.
Yeah, the documents.
The part that says good morning, that one doesn't concern you, Abi. You are not looking at your camera. Isaac, you
Is
need to
it
focus just the way you are looking. That's the way you should be looking. Your
okay?
focus is supposed to be on your camera, please.
All right.
So, why are you here today?
I'm here today to obtain an F1 visa, student visa, to study in the School of DePaul University, Chicago, United States.
How much is your cost of attendance?
The cost of attendance is $47,876.
How do you intend to take care of this?
So I'm intending to take care of the cost of attendance with a loan from Empower, which covers 100% of the total cost of
Hold on.
attendance.
Before, instead of saying a loan from Empower, why not say you've got the financial backing from Empower or mention the company's name? Look at your camera. I gbọ́fálà ń wòkè. Jẹ́ kí n parí ẹ̀ fún ẹ. Àgbọ́fálà ń wòkè. Good. So, focus on your camera. If you are discussing with the visa officer on that day and you are taking your eyes the way, they are psychologists. They are trained psychologists. You must understand that fact. They read the meanings to your body language. Even if you are saying the wrong thing and they can read your body language very well, they know the answers you are supposed to give, but due to the pressure that you are going through that day, they can infer. So some people will come out and say, I was just saying rubbish. They still approve my visa because you had a body language that actually conforms with what they are expecting.
Okay.
The visa approval goes beyond from what comes out of your mouth. Your expression, your body language, all those things are put together. Even if you are saying the truth and you never looked at their faces, it's going to be a 50-50 chance. It's never going to be assured. How did you hear about this school?
Okay, so in my course of
Stop starting your statement with okay. Stop starting your statement with so. Remove those two for now. Those are the two we've discovered. Let me be giving it to you back to back. When a question is asked, don't say as I've said before. Don't start your answer with so. Don't say okay. Start with answering the question. How did you hear about this school?
In my course of looking for school to study my master's,
Fantastic. Good. Go ahead.
I was able to check through some schools. I checked through Alabama. I checked the school through Alabama University, and also I was able to come in contact with the Paul University. By the time I checked through their curriculum, it goes along with what I want to study and what I have the knowledge of at the moment. So then I started the processing, and also that's of Alabama University. Or at the end of the day, I was able to gain admission to study software engineering at the Paul University.
Why are you going for this course now?
Okay, so I'm going for this course to broaden my knowledge of software engineering. At the company I'm working on currently, I'm working as a junior level software engineer. So I need to broaden my knowledge in software engineering. And that's when I decided to go for my master's degree to broaden my knowledge, to study more. And also I noticed that I was not able to cross to senior level field because I don't have a degree, my first degree in computer science. So then I decided to go for the master's degree in computer science to back up my knowledge that I already gained in the past 2 years.
What do you understand by the word computer science?
Okay, so
okay again.
Okay.
Okay, also continue.
Computer science is the study of computing, which involve the algorithms, also the networking, and also the computer algorithms, which involve a procedure that has to be followed, a programmatical procedure that has to be followed. So this comprises the functionalities of a programmatic um, a programmatic approach, which also has to do with the terms which we refer to as garbage in, garbage out. Oh, jeez.
Can you tell us about your educational background and how it has prepared you for the journey ahead?
I study surveying and geophonetics from the University of Federal University of Technology, Akure, where I was introduced shortly to some
You say
programming
you
course,
studied what?
surveying and geophonetics,
Okay.
where I was introduced shortly to computer science. One of the course I had to take in has to do with computer science, and then I developed an interest. By the time I was finishing my projects at the final years, I then continued from there to my project has to do with something on developing an app, which then I continued from there with some other courses, and by the time I was done with that, I got a job which I was currently working at.
What would this course do for you?
Okay, so this course will help me to um, it will help me to secure more. It will help me to secure more. It will help me to gain more knowledge, which will help me in terms of dealing with engineers, dealing with all the day-to-day activities um, in my working place.
Do you
And
know
also,
Professor Ashwaju Bello in your department?
no,
You studied applied geology or
no, no,
SVG, right? You did
yeah,
SVG.
SVG, SVG,
Good.
Tata, Tata at Cool, about
Okay.
Tata.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting. It is my pleasure to let you know that you had a great educational background. Do you have a date for your interview yet?
Okay, the dates is
Kola Ole Isaac, why do you like the word okay so much? That even in matters that it has nothing to offer, you still say okay. I am asking, do you have a date? It's a yes or no, or you give me the date as it is.
yes, 22 June.
And today is 16th.
Yes,
That means you have less than a week to go.
yes,
You need to double up your preparation. As I wish you all the best, please try as much as possible to link up, because you still have so many stones you are yet to turn in this your presentation. You are not looking at the camera, and I keep hammering this point. Don't look at that thing you have written. The world of technology does not allow cheating in examination. You might think you can break and spy. Do you know that when they say you want to do fingerprint, you want to do selfie, the way your eyeballs, they are very sensitive cameras. If your eyeballs should deflect from focus, there are sensitive alerts that will show that yes, your eyeball is defective. Don't bother about somebody that is helping you shine the light on your face. The person
yeah,
is
the light
furious
is
that
entering your face.
hello, calm down. The sun is also entering your face. You should appreciate that person. You shouldn't say the light is entering your face and begin to look like olè tó fẹ́ gbépo lórí àjà. So please, I need you to properly focus. You have a lot to cover between now and that time you are going to go for your interview. Your interview is this coming week, and you have a lot ahead of you. You can make it happen. You can achieve it. I bet it with you. You can make it happen. But the point is, how ready are you? I have 6 basic questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
How do you intend to cater for your educational commitment financially?
The law, the support I have and the backup, the financial backup I have from Empower was sort the cost of living and also the tuition fee, which is required for the Pro University. Um, Also, I've been promised an assistantship role, where I've been getting some applications already. I just need to be physically at the pub before I can proceed with that. So that's also that will cater for some of the paying some courses, some course credits, and also I can get some stipend from it. So that's how I intend to cater for the
Question number
expenses.
2. How do you intend to cope with the sociocultural differences upon arrival at the United States of America?
I had already prepared to get some sweatshirts for the cold because that would be the major issue, as I've been used to a much cool or heat environment. So getting to Chicago, I've made plans to get some sweatshirts, also get some cardigan, and also regarding the relationship there, regarding the um, what's it called? Regarding the about the identification there, I intend to have already booked for an hostel which has to do with same heterosexual hostel. So in case I'm um, in case I come in contact with any homosexual, I intend to. I don't have problem with any sexuality anybody belongs to. I think those are the two ways, and
Question
also
number 3. Tell me about your school.
okay, about the PO. The PO is located in Chicago, in the middle of Chicago. It's it is widely known for its um, um, technological advancements and technological education. The major courses that are present on ground has to do with computer science and also a bit of law degree.
So when I say question number 4, how long is your program and how do you intend to survive in Chicago?
Okay, my program takes a duration of 18 months, and thereafter I have CPT and OPT um, working experience of about 2 years. Um, so coping with the staying in Chicago, I had already planned to stay in the hostel where I would be easily inculcated by my roommates to the cultural differences that might be that I'm not used to.
My last question for now. What do you think has been your biggest challenge in your area of discipline, and how do you plan to address them?
Okay, in my area of discipline, the greatest challenge is being assigned a task and successfully carrying it out um, without the support or help from senior level engineer. And this has been because I've been a self-taught engineer all along. So I decided to study in order to help myself in this area, and also to brand myself uh, for further further for further opportunities that might come along, and also to be able to come back to Nigeria and establish and find a way of solving one of our problems in Nigeria through technologies. If I'm able to come in contact with, if I'm able to get the opportunity to do so. So that would be the later parts of my plans, to have a kind of problem solving skills to cater to solve the problems that might arise that we have currently in Nigeria.
It is my pleasure to let you know that you have taken so much time, and the time you have taken, there is no luxury for that at the embassy.
Okay.
I repeat, the luxury of time. Well, let me allow others comment before I wrap it up. If you need to comment, please raise up your hand. We already have one person standing by. Please go ahead, Ibere.
Okay, my observation, he said his number one, he said his interview is this week, and this is the
On
first time he's
Saturday, to be precise.
oh, and it's Lagos. Is it Lagos?
Yes, Lagos.
Ah, and this is the first time he's attending mock. Number one, firstly, that's not good. It's not okay. My own interview, I got a date for August 12th, but I think this is the third mock session I'm attending. Mock
Okay.
sessions are very important. It
Hold
helps.
on, hold on. Isaac, don't
Yes.
get it twisted with Ibere. The third time she's attending more does not mean the third time with me. She's
Okay.
hiding a secret under that statement. You can see her smiling. She's hiding a secret under that statement. If she does the analysis for you, you will run away from this meeting. You might wish
Mm.
to shed more light on that third time you're attending mock. Please, so that he will have a proper understanding of what you are saying. Please go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is he should have been attending mock sessions regularly in order to improve himself, because his performance is very, very poor. It's very poor. And for someone who has an interview this week or this weekend, his comportment, I wasn't feeling it. And then his answers, he was a bit slow and sluggish, and a lot of it were coming in. Then when he talked about what the program would do for him, the last statement he made, I think he said something about trying to set up something, something. It should be his long-term goal or medium-term goal. That's how you should put it, because you can't finish your master's program immediately and come back and set up something. It's not possible. So, and then the most important part of it, which is his funding, he's been funded by Empower. So many transcripts I've seen that has to do with loans. You have to explain to the viewer, you need to spread your payment plan. It's very, very important. If not, you're not going to be granted visa. I think I saw about 3 transcripts. I think 3 of them were even MBA programs. The cost of attendance is even way higher than yours, 100 and something thousand, and he was given a visa because he explained in details how he was going to make payment. I think it was a payment plan of 10 years or something. So that is very, very crucial. You need to go back and do your homework. You need to go back and do your assignment and work on your transcript over and over and over. If you need to get a personal coach or talk to Mr. Prince or something, but your performance or presentation this night for someone that has an interview this weekend is very, 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 very poor. Thank you.
Ebere, before you go, I would like to ask you a few questions on
Okay.
Kolawole Isaac's matter. Anything that is worth doing at all is worth doing very, very well. The fact that we
Okay.
post on our group visa denial transcript, visa approval transcript, it doesn't mean that even those that prepare don't get it. But do you know that the higher percentage of those that get their transcript approved are those that are prepared very, very well and extremely well? So can you share an insight into how you have been preparing for your August date, please?
Okay, I have my transcripts already. I've mapped out my transcript. I've been going through it. I started
What time?
way.
We know that. Permit me to cut you short. And
Okay.
we know that your transcript can never be perfect until your visa is approved. Now,
Yes.
when was the first time you can say, okay, you drafted a transcript before you started attending mock? And when did you start attending mock sessions?
I started attending mock last weekend. That was my first mock. Then I attended another one this week, the one Fire Breeze anchored. Then this is my third mock session. And I drafted my transcript last month. The moment I got my funding offer, the offer letter, that was when I drafted my transcript.
And how do you see yourself preparing? How often do you go over your transcript? Do you just go over it when you are coming to mock session, just in case the king of Owambe will just ask you a question? How have you been preparing?
I'm always, anytime I'm cooking, anytime I'm baking, lying down at night, I'm always memorizing all my questions all the time, all the time. Whatever I'm doing, when I'm walking on the road, I may just ask myself a question from my transcripts. Why did you choose yes? I can comfortably answer that to an extent. I can comfortably answer why did you choose this program and some other questions in my transcript, which I did a presentation this week or last week. Fire Breeze and the other caller Wale, they did their corrections, but I think they said I tried. I should just keep rehearsing and rehearsing. So I think for me, for someone who has an interview this week and he's just attending mock for the very first time, it's not good. It's not a good signal. Because one
All
has to
right.
prepare and prepare and prepare and prepare over and over and over, especially mock sessions. It builds your self-confidence.
Thank you very much. I would like to
Thank
call
you.
upon somebody who is unprepared and who least expects me to call to the table. Sophia Martins, what do you have to say to this matter on ground? How best do you prepare for your forthcoming interview? How best do you get to prepare yourself for the unexpected questions from the visa officer? Sophia Martins, we are waiting for you, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
The evening is very good. You're most welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, the best way I prepare myself is definitely number one is by attending mock sessions, and number two, I try to master my story. I'm not trying to cram it. I'm trying to understand it, so that even if they ask any question from any point, I can easily add 2 plus 2 and give a very good answer on the spot. So, for the fact that I'm not cramming, I know the nitty gritty of my story. Then that anyway they throw you a question, anyway they ask you a question, you'll be able to answer very well. And yeah, for confidence boost, it's very important to the mock sessions. It definitely helps when it comes to building your eye contact, your body language, and definitely your confidence, because those are also very crucial. As it's being said that on that day, you'll be feeling some sort of pressure. So I feel like on that day, the pressure will not be so much. Yeah, you feel it, but for the fact that it's something you've been doing, because sometimes you come on the session, you see up to like 60 people are listening to you. So you feel some sort of pressure when you're answering on these sessions already. So I feel like it helps. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Thank you very much. Kolawole, and for others, I've just posted a link to the other videos of mock sessions that we've had. Do yourself well to subscribe, like, share, and most importantly, download, listen, rehearse, extract as many questions as possible. There are so many ways I ask questions, and there are so many angles from which we look at when considering answering questions from the visa officers. Please, your visa will be approved. I wish you a wonderful stay during the course of your program at the United States of America. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you run into any blocked road, and we know we can, a problem solved is half shared. We can sort things out. I can assure you of that. So without further ado, we'll be moving on, calling upon the next person. Or before we let you go, Kolawole Isaac, do you have any question for us?
No question.
Thank you very much. We now have the honor to call upon Deborah Adeboye.
Good evening, sir.
The evening is good.
I
Chibuzo,
don't know if
please
this is
stand by.
manageable. Okay, I'm here.
Chibuzo, please stand by.
Yes, I'm here.
Chibuzo,
I'm on.
good,
I'm standing by.
good. Now, we have your transcript here, and
Yes, sir.
we have seen everything. Are you ready for us today?
Yes, I am.
The last time you were at the embassy was when?
December 18th, 2023.
Good, that's interesting. By now, you should be very, very ready to face any visa officer. But
Yes, sir.
remember, the officer that interviewed you the last time, by constitution, is not allowed to interview you again.
Okay, sir.
But if you get to the embassy and you meet me in person interviewing you, what will you do? Remember, you will never see me coming.
Okay.
Are you
I
ready?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure you are very ready?
Yes, I am.
Good morning. Can I have your documents, please?
Good morning. Here is my document.
I can see this is not your first time at the embassy. Can you please tell me what has changed in your profile?
The last time I was here, I was unable to clearly communicate my intention and the purpose of my journey. Since the last time I was here, aside from the 8,344 scholarship I got an additional 1,000 scholarship in January, which would be awarded upon registration. And also, I've taken an IT training in data analysis, and also I've taken an online professional courses in data analysis, predictive analysis, and analytical thinking, which has further strengthened my interest in information science. And upon the completion of this program, I would be assuming the role of a senior data analyst at my place of work, Save the Children International, as one of the prerequisites in attaining this position is a master's degree in information science. With this program, it would equip me with cutting edge skills, which will be of a great benefit to my organization and to Nigeria as a whole, as the skills gotten from this program would be used to implement a robust information system that would enhance humanitarian operations in Nigeria. And
Can
this
you describe your academic background and how it has prepared you for your chosen field?
I have a background in international relations from Eastern Mediterranean University with a CGPA of 3.98 out of 4. And this has further prepared prepared me and equipped me with skills needed when it comes to humanitarianism, as a NGO focus on the mission and their vision is on humanitarianism, of which I have been practicing for over 4 years. And I would need information science to equip my skills, as a information science would equip me with some system skills like digital transformation initiatives, optimization of information management processes, and several query languages. And these are the
What do
skills
you
I.
understand by the word information science?
Information science is a computer system that consists of hardware and software, which are the backbones of every operation of an organization. And with information science, I would be able to learn different data mining techniques like clustering, classification, association, and forecasting, and also predictive analysis like SAPs, which would equip me with the skills I need to make a well-informed and data-driven decisions.
What would this course do for you?
Upon the successful completion of this program, I would be assuming the role of a senior data analyst at my place of work, Save the Children International. As one of the prerequisites in attaining this position is a master's degree in information science, as this program would equip me with cutting edge skills needed to implement robust information systems that would enhance humanitarian operations in Nigeria, as this effective system would help in improving the humanitarian oh my god, I fucked it up. Sorry, can I go again?
Please
Upon
go
the
again.
Okay. Upon the successful completion of this program, I would be assuming the role of a senior data analyst at my place of work, Save the Children International, as one of the prerequisites in attaining this position is a master's degree in information science. And this program would equip me with cutting edge skills needed to that would be of a great benefit to my organization and to Nigeria as a whole, as the skills gotten from this program would help me to implement robust information system that would enhance humanitarian operations in Nigeria, which would help in saving lives and also to improve the well-being of vulnerable persons in Nigeria. And in the long term, I envision creating a collaborative platform among NGOs that would collect, analyze, and disseminate critical information from one organization to another, which should guide them on how to address and monitor humanitarian emergencies in Nigeria, like conflict and displacement, food insecurity and malnutrition, diseases outbreak like cholera, tuberculosis, and many more to mention. And also
What do
by
you understand
facilitating.
by the word cultural differences in the United States of America?
I schooled in Cyprus and I was opportune to mix with different culture where I got to learn different culture. And while living in Cyprus, I got to learn also talking in order to communicate with the persons there. So finding myself in a place like United States would won't be of much culture shock for me, as I'm familiar with different people coming from different backgrounds, and also
Can I
while
pause
living in
you at
Cyprus.
this point?
Can you?
I wish to pause you at this point.
Okay.
If you have ever been to the embassy before, you will understand you don't have the luxury of time.
Okay.
You take so much time on preambles. Your preamble takes the best and the better part of your time. It will do you a whole lot of good if you're able to cut away all the preamble and straight hitting the nail on the head.
Okay.
I just ask you, what do you understand by the word cultural changes, cultural behavior, cultural differences? Now, you're in Nigeria who has lived in another place before. What do you understand? You started with preamble. This is this, this is this. We understand the experience you've had. That comes in under your travel history. When they ask you, somebody said it before, is it Chibuzo or no, it's not Chibuike. During somebody said it and said, well, okay, let me recap what he said. He said, basically, when they ask you such a question like this, according to the King of Owambe 2024, talk about 4 basic things. Before you finish analyzing these 4 basic things, your time will have been up and you'll have scored 10 out of 10 for the point awarded to that question. Now, we expect you to talk about LGBTQ because the United States of America rightly oppose this. You are supposed to talk about their food. Now, look at the food differentials in Nigeria and compared to the United States of America. You are not going to take into cognizance where you have lived before because you are applying as a Nigerian. And as a result of that, the food availability compare and contrast. Third, the weather condition. You have never seen a situation in Nigeria whereby you woke up on the streets of Lagos, Abuja, Jos, Kano, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Warri, Ogun, or Ijebu-Ode, Ore, Akure, or Benin, and you see that we have ice filling the whole road. Where are you based? Where you are based, have you ever woke up and they announce on the radio, sorry, traffic has been altered or diverted because we have ice that has piled up on the road? That never happened in the history of Nigeria. These are the things we are talking about. You need to wake up. Then, Kaola Wole, as I said, he's going to get sweatshirt, he's going to get cardigan. Those are not applicable here. You need to get heating facility. Your mobile heater must be very and highly available, handy. Even though you have a central heating system in the house, your mobile heater, quickly you plug it, it delivers under 15 seconds. You start feeling the heat. These are things you need. You cannot afford to compare the life in America with that in Nigeria. Now, these are the things you need to talk about, and by the time you analyze that you are not biased against any gender, you are straight or you are heterosexual, you have no bias against the other sexual orientation, in as much as you have the understanding and you can relate well with them. These are the things we have to talk about. Deborah, you have a lot of work ahead of you. Please,
Okay, so
since last year to date, you ought to be on fire. In fact, in this, your posture, your illumination is way below average. We are having to struggle to see your eyeballs, so we can't even judge your facial expression. Moreover, if we are to judge you, we should be seeing fire, flames going off your head. We should be seeing flames of fire going off your head because of oversaturation of ideas and correct answers ready to deliver to the visa officer. Please, if I may ask, do you have a date yet?
yes, July 25th.
Good. You have more than a whole month ahead of you to do justice to these questions. I have posted the YouTube link. Kindly ensure you go through all the videos one after the other. The questions
Seemingly might look the same, but I bet you they are not the same. If I ask you a question that, hypothetically, let me ask you two questions. I just asked you one. That what do you understand by the word cultural differences in the United States of America? On that same note, I can still ask you, how will you adapt to the cultural differences in the United States of America? On the same note, I can still ask you, are you a lesbian? On the same note, I can further ask you, if your supervisor is a lesbian, how will you cope? On the same note, I can ask Wole Isaac, Kola Wole Isaac. Kola Wole Isaac. If your room, no, it was Ayo Shobanjo Ayo Bami that said he's going to stay in a shared room. If your roommate is a gay personified, if your roommate is a lesbian, how will you cope? These are like 5 questions addressing the same issue. This question have been asked from just a random view. Now, I just composed those questions right here and right now. And the answers are boiling around the same center point. We need to be ready. We cannot underestimate the level of our readiness. We are under preparing ourselves. The amount of money we're spending at the embassy, we cannot afford to face any rejection. Please, in as much as we are trying our best to ensure that you gain this experience, you cannot but give your best to it. You cannot say the last time you were at the embassy was last year, December, and this is the level of preparation you are giving. It is highly unacceptable. Well,
Okay,
if you
sir.
want to prove me wrong, I'm going to give you 2 more questions, and I need you to do justice to them.
Okay,
And
sir.
before then, let me welcome my brother from another mother, in person of one and only Benny the Great. You are most welcome. Thank you very much for joining me on this occasion today. Apparently, we are rounding up, but we still have a long way to go. How are you doing today, my brother? Deborah, question number 1. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
What do you know about your university's research in your area of discipline, and how do you plan to contribute your quota?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't uh come across a question like that. I only prepared on why Lama University.
Question number 2. Let me give a very simple one. Me, I love Nigeria, and God helping me, nothing can separate us, because that soon we go shop am together with ofada rice. Uncle Ben's rice is not as sweet as Igbimo rice. So, do you know local rice? There is no imported rice that is as sweet as our local rice. Are you aware of that fact?
Yes, sir.
Especially when you use your unripe pepper and a lot of onions, a little trace of ginger and garlic to fill our Martins. I'm seeing you are smiling. Ebere, you are salivating. Well done. I can see all of you. Don't worry. The question goes to us. Are you ready, Deborah?
Yes, sir.
Why have you chosen to study in the United States of America and not your home country, Nigeria, or anywhere else in the world?
I chose United States because it has a renowned education system and it's a world class when it comes to information science. And I would like to learn from world experts like Dr. Brandy Opasu, Dr. Cynthia Barnes, who would be supervising me on my thesis, which would focus on how.
Hold on there. Now, before I can divide the answer you just given into 2 parts, the general opinion and a seemingly personified opinion. Now, what can you repeat the question I asked of you, please?
You said why US, not Nigeria or any other place?
I didn't say why US. I said, why have you, Deborah, chosen the United States of America and not your home country or your home country, Nigeria, or anywhere else in the world? That is a very personalized question. You, me, why have you personally chosen this country? You yourself, why have you chosen this country and not another country? Are
I
you,
chose.
hold on,
Okay.
please. Are you seeing the light in all these questions? They will ask you personalized questions. Don't go and give generic answers. When they ask you personalized questions, don't go giving generic answer. Generic answer carries everybody together, but you are going to study information science, yes or yes? And with your information science, see what my brother wrote. He said first 2 responses are generic. He said the first 2 responses are generic. Please, you cannot afford to give a general opinion when they are asking you your own personal choice of interest. So please, you are here when I posted the link for the YouTube videos we have uploaded. Please do well to go through them.
Okay,
There are
sir.
so
Good.
many of them that I have made available publicly. Please do well to go through them. I'll be sending another one. There are so many of them. Please do yourself a great favor by going through them. I'll be approving your visa. However, do you have any question for me?
No, sir.
Do we have any question from any quarters, any angle? Do we have any question, any contribution, any observation, whether on Deborah's interview or any other one, or any insight at all? Yes, my brother, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, sir, Mr. Prince. I am sorry for joining late. I just came back from work now, so I said to dial in. So I don't know where she started from. So I just wanted to ask her just a short question. I don't know the questions that she was asked and she couldn't give a good response to, or she couldn't hammer on it very well. So I just wanted to ask her if she has actually taken note of those questions. Did she write it somewhere such that it doesn't appear like occur to her like a surprise again tomorrow? So, madam, are you there? Did you take note of those
Yes,
questions that you? Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
I took note of the questions.
okay. And please, this last question, it is something that the visa officer might likely ask you. It is, I'm telling you now that it is 60% that a question like this would come out. Why the US? Or they might not ask you why the US, they might say, why this program? So if you go and give a generic response, it becomes a problem or for you. So please always try to personalize your responses, because when you decide to go to graduate school, I'm not sure anybody forced you to go to graduate school. So it probably means that maybe you've seen something that interests you in your place of work, where you think you can contribute to solve the problem. So all your responses should be personalized, please. I think Mr. Prince has already talked on that enough. So please, those questions that you think you didn't do well, is not a crime. Write them down. Go make your research as to how to respond to those questions. I believe when you're coming back the next time, you'll be better than you came today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you very much, the great one. Uh, Dusayo, visa will be approved. Please do well to stay tuned, learn, unlearn, and become a better person. I'll be
Okay.
calling upon no one but the one and only one. Chibuzo, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, we need to see your face.
Yes, I've just on it. I think it's coming.
It's coming. Your camera is coming. That's interesting. Your camera traveled out.
No, it did not travel out.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go. You are not new to the program, so can we have a
No,
brief
I'm not new to the
view?
program.
Can we have a brief overview of your profile?
Okay. Anyway, I posted it on the platform, but I'm going to Texas Tech University for a PhD in petroleum engineering. I received research assistantship and waivers of $44,041. My cost of attendance is $34,834.
Are you ready?
Hello, are you with me?
I'm always
Yes,
here.
I'm ready. Okay, sir.
I'm looking at how to deal with you today, sincerely. Because as the days draws nearby, I want to be so happy that a whole goat, I wish I can finish a whole goat, celebrating your visa approval. You don't know what this
Amen.
approval will mean, but you might not know. But Benny, can you handle your brother?
Hey, Nepa. Hey,
Don't worry. See, these are distractions. Don't worry about those. Are the things we are talking about. By the time we are done, we'll come back and put Nigeria in a good place. That is why we are
amen.
trying to ensure that as many people as capable will come over, learn, unlearn, and put things in perspective in our dear country. We can make this happen. Benny, can you handle Chibuzo Wani? Just
Yes.
7 questions back to back. No chance for breathing. Back,
Okay.
you ready?
All right, let's
I'm
go.
ready.
Let's go.
Mr. Chibuzo, good evening, sir.
Good morning, officer.
No, hold on. I just want to get a clear view of
Okay.
your profile. You're going for a PhD, right?
Yes, I'm going for a PhD at
Chemical
Texas Tech
engineering.
University. No, petroleum
PhD
engineering.
petroleum engineering with a
Petroleum
research
engineering.
assistant.
All right. Good
Yes.
morning. Good morning. Documents, please.
Good morning, officer. Here are my documents.
Have you been to the US before?
No, I've not been to the US before, but however, I've been to Italy, where I studied for a fully funded master's degree in petroleum engineering at the Politecnico di Torino in Italy, where I graduated with a grade point average of 109 over 110, equivalent to 3.96 on a scale of 4
I can
in
see you have
2013. Additionally,
a
I also
scholarship.
traveled to the Netherlands.
That's fine. That's okay. I can see you have a scholarship. How do you earn the scholarship?
Okay, I received this scholarship because of my outstanding academic performance, my research experience, teaching experience, as well as my performance during the interview.
So why a PhD now?
Academically, I hold a master's degree in petroleum engineering.
So why a PhD now?
My research, yes, my research experience, my teaching experience, and academic backgrounds will serve as leverage for me to obtain a PhD degree at the Texas Tech University, required for me to take up a senior position at Federal Polytechnic Nekede, where I currently work, and also it's going to also give me that research experience in the long run to be able to consult for oil companies operating here in Nigeria.
How many schools did you apply to?
I applied to 3 universities: Texas Tech University, University of Oklahoma, and the Pennsylvania State University. I received acceptance into 2 of them. I actually chose Texas Tech University because of the research currently conducted by Dr. Kim Won-young on in situ hydrogen generation for hydrocarbon reservoirs, which aligns with my research interests for clean energy solutions. Presently, this generation and transport of hydrogen in the subsurface is not fully understood. Hence, my research will focus mainly on laboratory experiment, as well as we're going to be doing pore scale and reservoir scale modeling and simulations to understand the set of conditions required for optimum generation of hydrogen from hydrocarbon reservoirs. Officer, you also know that this research is currently not available in any university or polytechnic in Nigeria. Hence, if I return to Nigeria with this research, with this PhD, I'll have that reputation as one of the first to do this type of research in Nigeria, and if not in my school, and if not in Nigeria as a whole.
All right, that's fine. You applied to 3 schools and 2 accepted you. Does that mean the other one rejected you?
No, I've not heard from the other one, so I decided to go with Texas Tech University. It's not as if they rejected me. I've not heard from them yet.
So what do you know about Texas Tech?
Texas Tech University is a university located in Lubbock, Texas. It was established in 1923 with the original name Texas Technological College, but later changed to Texas Tech University in 1969. It has a mascot of Texas Tech University is Black Raiders, as well as the colors are scarlet and black. Additionally, it has a student to faculty ratio of 20, and it also have a total of 30 programs. And additionally, it is an R1 university.
Who is the president of Texas Tech?
The president of Texas Tech is Lynn Michael.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
Are you going alone?
Yes, for now I'll be going alone because my wife currently works and the kids are also in school. But however, during the December holidays, they'll be visiting for a month, And officer, I'll be very grateful if you can provide them with a visa.
Why the US? Why not other countries?
I choose the United States of America because of the outstanding, because universities in the United States are ranked among the top universities in the world, and
I've
they
had that
have the
before.
best research.
I have had that a couple of times. Tell me something else.
Again, one of the reasons I decided to go to the United States is because of the research currently being conducted by my supervisor, Dr. King Won Young, on in situ hydrogen generation from hydrocarbon reservoirs. Presently, this type of research is not available in my country, Nigeria, and hence going to the US to do this research and returning back will give me that reputation as one of the first researchers to do this type of research in Nigeria. And also, you also give the oil companies operating in Nigeria the confidence to work with me in the area of in situ hydrogen generation from hydrocarbon reservoirs.
What will you do after your program?
After my program, I will be returning to Nigeria to take up a senior lecturing position where I will be mentoring the future petroleum engineers of Nigeria. Additionally, on the long run, I will be setting up a research group where I'll be consulting for oil companies operating here in Nigeria.
Oh, that's great. However, there are numerous opportunities there in the US for you. How about you finish your program and probably we want to retain you there? Would you accept it or not? It's a lucrative offer after all.
Yeah, you are right, officer. There are several opportunities there in the United States, but my main purpose of going to this PhD is because of the research currently being conducted by Dr. King Wang on in situ hydrogen generation from hydrocarbon reservoirs. I want to learn such a research, return to my home country, and be one of the first to do this type of research in Nigeria. And you agree with me that if I do this type of research in Nigeria, I will have access to most of the oil companies here in Nigeria because they will have that confidence to work with me. And you know what that means? That means they will be able to set up my own research group, and hence, on the long run, I'll be a pioneer in this area in my home country.
Have you conducted any research like this on this field before?
Actually, the type of research that I've conducted in this area has to do with the flow of oil and gas in the formation. But here we are going to be flowing hydrogen, but they are the same. The only difference is that what we have flowing there is hydrogen. But I'm also going to be doing simulation in this area, and my experience in reservoir simulation and modeling will come handy in this case because I'll be doing the same thing, but the only difference is that the fluid that will be flowing in this case is going to be hydrogen instead of oil and gas.
Did you write any standardized test?
No, the TOEFL and GRE were waived for me because of my outstanding academic performance, my research experience, and teaching experience as well.
Any publication?
Yes, I have a total of 9 journal articles and 6 conference papers. I also review for several international journals.
Why should I approve your visa?
Officer, if you approve my visa, you are going to be granting me the opportunity to go to the United States to get this outstanding research experience on working on in situ hydrogen generation from hydrocarbon reservoirs, which upon return to Nigeria, I'll be able to apply same here. And oil companies will now have that confidence to work with me because I'll be one of the first to work on this type of research in Nigeria. And they will also be able to set up a research group, a research lab for me, where I'll be consulting for them as well. And this is going to be a big for me.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll end your interview. Congratulations, I'll be approving your visa.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Chibuzo, a quick one. Before anybody, a quick one. You are going for a PhD.
Yeah.
Right? And you're a lecturer.
Yes.
And obviously you didn't convince me that you're a lecturer. That you currently lecture. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's my first time to take you. Maybe you are used to Mr. Prince, his own method of interview. But then on that day you will not select a view that will interview you. So
Yes.
at all times, you must be at your best every time. You're still looking for those words to put in together just to make up the storyline, which is totally which may throw you off balance on that day. So please,
Yeah.
whatever you are saying, confidently say whatever you are saying. And you have publications. You have 9 publications. What happened? Because I know your profile. That's why I asked you that question. I know your profile very well. I've had you speak before,
Yes.
and you were very, very fluent and confident enough. I don't know what happened today. So you have a publication. I wonder why you have to wait for the visa officer to ask you if you have a publication. Why? Why the US? You can now bring in your publication that haven't gone through a series of publication and just make up stories that will make sure that your publication comes into play. Immediately, once you say you have 9 publications and you also conduct research for journals, bro, please, I'm sure the visa officer would immediately the interview would just end instead of extending your questions up to what we have currently. So you have a very good profile. I would advise that you bring it forward on time. Own your
The
story.
education.
Like, do you understand? So now I'm telling you now for free that you have the power to control that interview how you want it to go. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you are bringing all your stronger foot forward, the visa officer will just be quick to approve your visa. He will not even stress his life because he understand that this guy is credible enough. That is why the school is funding him. You get my point.
I get you. I get you.
So overall, the confidence level is what I need to work on. You have the stories already. You have the things to say. You know what you are saying, but then that confidence is not there. I don't know what happened today. Maybe you are tired today. But please, the next smoke, I would like to see something different from what I saw today. Overall, I'm actually impressed with your deliveries. They are top notch. But then you are still looking for those words. So congratulations once again. I don't know if anybody
Okay.
has
Thank.
any contribution, any observation, question, please. Anybody? Mr. Prince, are you guys there? Am I muted?
I'm always here.
Okay. I'm done with Mr. Chibuzo. Okay, go on, Mr. Prince, go on, please.
Now, we've always been talking about seizing opportunity. When you see an opportunity, you seize it and don't let go. I want to come in from that perspective my brother introduced. When the Joker game is going around, if you have, I don't know whether you know this game they call what? You have out of 6 of the cards on you, you have 4 that is general market. You have 1 that is pick 3. You have another one that is pick 2. How are you going to play your cards? Chibuzo, how do you
I'll
want to
play.
control this game? Now you have 3 joker cards with you, and I need you to go and reason very, very well. You know, we're in the same struggle, you and I.
Yes.
Now, you have been given the opportunity to have 9 publications in reputable journals. Do you know before you can come up with 1 publication, do you know the research, what papers, how many books you have to consult? You have 9 of that. Imagine the time, the energy, the brain work you have put into that. You have been able to get and secure a date, and you have this funding. These 3 things, unfortunately, you are blessed with the king of Owambe.
Yes. So
Waiting, what else again do you need that God, the Almighty Himself, has not given you? Tell me now, what is it that you possibly needed that you don't have at your disposal?
no, basically
Well,
nothing. I
good.
just need to work on
So,
myself.
good. Now, the onus is on you to ensure you work on yourself before the D-Day. The days
Yes.
are getting shorter and moving faster. Please, you cannot afford to lay idle. You cannot afford to lay idle.
it is not possible, it is not going to be okay for you to go there and not come with good news. It is either good news or nothing,
Nothing.
unless the embassy is not open that day. Unless the embassy is not open that day, please, you are going and you are coming with this visa approval. I won't say more
Amen.
than that. I won't say more than that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. We would like to take one last word from my brother Benny. One last word from you before we end today's session.
Okay, a quick one. Those of us that keep on giving, Mr. Chibuzo, if you listen very well, I told you what I said. Why US? I said I've had this before. I don't know why you are bringing your research at the tail end of your storyline. Once you are telling the view something he has had before, he doesn't want to hear it again. They are tired of hearing it. What is that unique thing about you?
It
So
shouldn't be
overall,
generic. Be
I'll
unique.
say yes. Be unique. Be unique. Why the
Okay.
US? You understand? So this goes to everybody. We keep on once a question is asked, why US? Keep on giving a generic response, and the US is known for world class research. This thing you can get it on Google. Yes, you can get it on Google anywhere. Why do why do you choose the US? That's where your research interest comes into play. And the school where you want to where you feel like conducting a research or collaborate with professors to do your research is in the US. That's why your research is a stronger point for you. So please, everybody
Okay.
should understand that it is not. We stop giving generic responses when asked quick questions, especially when you're going for a master's or a PhD. It's assumed that you must have done your thorough research. You must have taken time to wait and say, okay, this is the best time for me to go for this program. But this is where I want to go. Okay, now why do you want to go to this place, this particular school, and why the US? So please, that's my own 1 cent. We should try and stop giving generic responses. And whenever you ask a question, please always bring in your strong foot first, because you have less than 3 minutes, except there's a mix up in your profile. That's when probably the interview will be extended. Otherwise, you have less than 3 minutes to convince the visa officer that you are not an immigrant. So I wish everybody going this week um, all the best. I believe you all will come out with flying colors, and the white paper is going to be yours. Congratulations in advance. Thank you, Mr. Prince.
You're most welcome, my brother. Chibuzo, you want to ask a question?
Yes, I want to ask a question. Does this why the US and why this course do they look the same?
I can also introduce another question. Why this school? Does that add to that
Okay,
list?
yes, why this school to add to it? Yes.
Now, I can also add one final one to it. Tell me about this school. Now, basically, as a mathematician, there's something in set theory they call intersect. Now, we have 4 questions
Yes.
here. Now, at what point in time do we have something connecting these 4 dots together? Are you trying to see what I'm saying? Why the
Yes.
US? Why this school? Why this course? In fact, why must it be in this town? Why not Nigeria? They are still asking you logically the same question in different forms, and you can still provide the same answer also in different forms. How do I mean? Number one, when you look at why this school, you could have chosen any other school, but due to the fact that the specific thing I want to learn is about
The research.
petroleum engineering, why is it that the whole noise is always about petrol, 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 petrol? What about the other things that are gotten from petrol that we don't focus upon? Or why have you chosen the state of Alabama? Now, because I love to impute and make an advancement in the area of agriculture, specifically plantain. Why is it that we have so much land in Nigeria and plantain can survive extensively there? Why is it that we are not focusing on plantain? Why is it petrol all the time? And mind you, if you are eating just your plantain, fruits, and one or two things put together, you'll be healthy. The ripe plantain produces something different from the unripe plantain. Apart from normal fruit that generates your what's the name? Your vitamins, you can also get your zinc from the unripe one. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Now, the peel of plantain, you can use it to feed your ruminants. The plantain itself, you can make powder from it, just like a yam powder, the unripe one. Just parboil it and sun dry it, then powder it. Then you have something else. The ripe one, you can make your plantain from it. The very ripe one, you can make your alcohol from it by the distillation process. So if you look at why this school provides resources for me to learn at a great pace compared to other schools. In Nigeria, Nigeria is a great nation, but we don't have these resources to make my learning process smooth. I need constant power supply to start with. It is not readily available. Furthermore, we have limited researchers in this area. Number one, you have made it known that not that Nigeria, you are not talking down on Nigeria. You are making it clear that Nigeria is a place whereby this thing can come back and happen, but we don't have what it takes to make it happen for now. So this school in this town, in this city, in this country, United States, has all these resources, and they have proven lecturers to make this thing happen. This is my dream, not everybody's dream. It is mine, M-I-N-E, personalized, my own dream. So at this point, Chibuzonwani and everybody in this group tonight, I hope I've been able to make it clear that we can make this thing happen. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Do we have any general question, opinion, comments, observation, how we can do it better as we round up tonight? Anyone, you can unmute yourself and speak, please. Please go ahead, Omowumi.
Good evening, sir. Please,
The evening is very good.
I would like to ask a question. For example, my company is sponsoring me, and in case I was asked, okay, why US? Can I say that my company believes that having an employee trained in the US prestigious university under the field of nutrition and food science can enhance the company's credibility and adaptability, both locally and internationally? Can I?
You are very correct. However, look at the profile of the school you are going to and try to justify the need for you to have this certificate. Number
Oh, okay, sir.
one, when you talk about the area of food, do you know that America has gone way ahead of virtually any country? How do I mean? Now, when you look at how do you get to reproduce in the when you talk about nutrition has to come from food processes. Yes or yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, when you talk about, do you know that when you say you want to reproduce, you reproduce basically from seeds, stems, buds, and the like. Omowumi, we are interacting here.
Yes, sir.
Now, can you tell me the process in which seedless grapes come into play? How do seedless grapes, how do they come around? How do they grow? How do they reproduce when they
Oh,
don't
you
have
mean
seeds? Now,
okay,
you
you
are
mean the
going to,
plant too.
we are talking about food and nutrition here. Now, the profile that if we have American-based trained specialists in the company profile. It's going to boost not just the company profile, it's going to boost their marketability. It will
Okay.
increase, it will not only do you well, it will better the profile of the company on the global
Okay.
scale. They can also say they are affiliated to that school for training and research purpose. They sponsored you to go there. And upon successful completion of your course, they can have personal relationship with them. They can be sending people there for further training.
Okay.
Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yes.
So with all these blessings and opportunities that lies ahead, we have so much land to conquer.
Okay.
Benny, you like to add one or two things to that?
I'm not sure, sir. No, sir.
All right. So, do we have any other question, comment, or observation? How we can do this better? So, in the absence of no question, no comments, I'd like to say thank you very much for staying tuned thus far. We are running into 3 hours now, and it's been a wonderful time. I remain my humble self, the king of Owambe. Thank you, my brother from another mother, Great Benny. Thank you for coming. To all those that participated in today's mock, a big thanks to you. A big shout out to everyone that has come along today to listen, learn, and be better. I can assure you we can make Nigeria a great nation. One love, keep us together. Together, we will make the nation great. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes to copy from the chat whatever information that is vital to you before we end today's meeting. Your 2 minutes is already running. So please, I want to say thank you very much for coming. Hope to see you soon. Thank
Thank
you
you, sir.
and God bless.
Bye bye. Thank you.
And we are good to go now. Thank you. Bye.